Hey, hey, let's masticate the juice out of this wheatgrass. I'm going to use my masticating juicer here. This is by Ninja. I don't like anything else Ninja makes. I will never recommend a Ninja blender ever because they don't work well. But their masticating juicer is actually pretty decent, especially for the price that they charge. It's by far and away the cheapest juicer I've ever seen for masticating juicers. But I've never done wheatgrass yet, and that's usually the ultimate test with any juicer to see how good it is. So now we're going to do some wheatgrass, and we're going to masticate the juice out of this here wheatgrass. My website is orgasmicpathways.com. Choose your pathway. All right, so this will be a product review, I suppose, or part of a product review. So, I picked this container from the store about 3 or 4 days ago. It wants to be about 6 inches. It was probably about 4 when I picked it up, about like this. I just water it once a day. I put it on a plate, and by watering it, I just put this under a sink, let some water run in it, and then let it drain for a second, and then put it on this plate. And I put it in the shade, actually. I don't put it in direct sunlight. So that's how you do that. Typically, they always say if you can get 2 productions out of this, more like about 1.5. So this is going to be the first one, at least in my experience anyway. And then I'll get at least another half, maybe 3/4 of one, but not quite 2 after, I do this first one. Okay, so some people will snip it across, some people will just grab it and cut it. I've tried both. I don't know what's easier. You can fool around with that, see what's easiest for you. I don't know. Take my little pan tar out. I'll start with the knife. Actually, I'm going to use scissors. If you're going to use a knife, it should be very serrated. Snippity snip. Alright, there we go. So that's a fistful of wheatgrass. One little production, one little harvest from that. So I should get at least 3/4, half or 3/4 of another, not quite 2. Okay, so I'm going to turn this thing on. The way to get the most juice out of this, generally speaking, is to take it in smaller little clumps like this and ball it up. So I'll just like fold it in half again. Now it's all balled up, and I'll push it through. I use my little pan tar here to push it through fully. And I'll just keep repeating that until I've gone through the whole thing. And then I will drink it before your very eyes, just straight up wheatgrass juice. Guessing it's going to be about 4 little balls here. I'm on the 3rd one right now, and then I'll be done with it. Okay, I'm on the last one now. This is it. Alright, I am starting to see why this juicer is about less than half the cost of most other masticating juicers, and that is I should have gotten quite a bit more production out of that 1 container of wheatgrass juice. I mean, look at that. That is not very good. This is only a 1-ounce shot glass. This should have been an ounce, and there's a little less than 1 ounce here. A little less than half of 1 ounce. And this is a little less than half the cost of most masticating juicers. So actually that works out to be proportionate. See, the Ninja brand just isn't it's not top level stuff. Like the blenders, forget it. I would never buy one of those anyway. The masticating juicer, on most other things, actually, it's decent. Wheatgrass, no, not really. I would not, if you're planning on juicing wheatgrass on a daily basis, I would not buy the Ninja masticating juicer because you will have to buy so much flippin' wheatgrass. It'll defeat the purpose cost-wise of all the savings. It really will. Hello, everyone. Some people just popped on. So here's one thing you can do if you have a juicer that is not producing as much as you would like it to. You get a fine mesh strainer, like this gravy strainer. Pour the pulp out into the fine mesh gravy strainer. Take something with a flat edge, like a large wooden spoon or a large regular spoon, and just press and look at all that juice that's coming out. That's what I thought. It left behind a lot of juice. So that's really disappointing. I'm still going to use it for juicing other things, like ginger root, turmeric root, garlic bulbs, spinach greens. But this is a good example of you get what you pay for. The Ninja masticating juicer is cheap because the juice production is really cheap. It does not yield a lot of juice, especially when it comes to wheatgrass. And I'm still pressing juice out of it. This pulp has a lot of juice left behind. That's amazing to me. Actually, I'm actually thinking about it because I did another review on this and I did not have wheatgrass when I did the review, and I gave it a positive review. But I also really enjoy doing wheatgrass, and I guess if I don't mind putting it through a gravy strainer and pressing it like this after every time I want to do wheatgrass, maybe it's not a big deal, but I'm actually kind of thinking about returning this thing. It's still within the return policy. All right, look at that. All that much more juice. All right, so half a shot of wheatgrass. That's pathetic. Ninja, you suck. All right. And this stuff you can swish around in your mouth because it's actually healthy for your teeth and gums. And it's loaded with proteins. There's a lot of enormous health benefits to wheatgrass. The most dense nutrition on planet Earth when you juice it. It's pretty cool. And a lot of chlorophyll, oxygenates the blood. Probably the biggest benefit, in my opinion. Okay, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed that. So there's a few things you can get out of this. If a Ninja masticating juicer is worth it, if you're juicing wheatgrass, it absolutely is not. If you're going to juice other things, yeah, it's decent. And also, if you are disappointed with whatever juicer you're using with the production of it, you can get a fine mesh strainer and a flat surface area like a large wooden spoon or something. You can press more juice through the pulp like I showed you. So there's a couple tips there for you. Orgasmicpathways.com is the website. More videos coming soon. My next will probably be something of the musical variety. Probably some guitar improvisational melodic music will probably be my next video. Bye for now, everybody.